everybody, it's Pat Love from eXp Realty. I'm here today with Elysia Allen. She's a realtor in Victoria with Coldwell Banker. Good morning, Elysia.
Good morning, Pat. Thanks for having me this morning.
Oh, you're very welcome. I'm excited to hear more from the go-to realtor in Victoria. If I have clients that are moving to Victoria, Lisa's the one that I like to help them out because I know, like, and trust her.
And
So
vice versa, Pat, vice versa. We've worked very well together.
we
So I
do, we do. We
promise.
make sure everybody's taken care of from either side. So yes, we've done business recently, and it was very successful. So let's get to it. First question: what made you decide to become a realtor?
Well, that's a great question, Pat. um, where to begin? So when I first came to Victoria, it was for military, and Mark Rice, who ironically owns our brokerage now, was our realtor who helped us successfully relocate, find our oasis. Bit of time went by, sailing on the ships, not home very much. My daughter, gosh, she was potty trained when I returned from a deployment. She was a different age. It was always mum, big boat, a lot of anxiety, schedules. So one day I thought, I'm going to reach out to Mark Rice and see how he's doing and, you know, what real estate might mean, because I was raised in a household of business and marketing. And I always joke and say, gosh, I wish I listened to my parents. And better late than never, reached out, met with Mark for sushi, had a bit of the chat, understand Rome's not built in a day. It's not all glory, uh, big fancy cars and mansions, as a lot of folks like to say. Um, and he was telling me the nitty gritty of kind of process, business, all that fun stuff. So,
And you still chose it?
I think I'm that little bit of a glutton for punishment, but I love a challenge. So, so I thought I've always been in jobs where I've worked for somebody or the institution or the 9 to 5, or, I've had many incarnations in this life of mine. And self-employment has always been on my list, but I had never taken the leap into the deep end of the pool. My folks always say, if you don't jump, the net won't appear. So I took the course. I had great support from my boss when I was military, transitioning to public service, still working a lot with military, releasing, going back into civilian life. So it was a great balance to take care of my education and my networking with the brokerage, all that fun stuff, and then wrote the test. And then I'll never forget sitting in that office with that kind of deer in the headlight look of, now what?
Because no one knows that course teaches you nothing about selling real estate.
Exactly. It's basically how to stay out of jail, which is always good because you have to have a lot of trust. It's a lot of money that we deal with and a lot of responsibility. And I realized that not a lot of folks know what realtors really do, including myself. So for me, why I got into it was to have a little bit more control over my life as well, to kind of make up for lost time with my daughter, who's now 7, going on 17 sometimes. But there were times pre-COVID where we could go to a kindergarten class at 9:30 and stay for a reading session. Or, I could go see for dance, or, I could kind of have a little more flexibility on things that I've missed so much of. And of course, we work hard, all that stuff, but I didn't know what to expect getting into this, truly. And without amazing mentors like yourself, collaboration, healthy environments, amazing clients to give you opportunities to learn and grow. It's been an incredible journey, and I'm not looking back, Pat. I finally found my niche, and there's nothing else. I love it. You're always learning. You're always studying the market. You work with different people, and bless I love people, and it takes all kinds to make this world. And that's something I've always enjoyed in my experiences is people.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
what better way to help them on a journey of a first-time home buyer or a downsizing or a recreational property or building your dream home?
Mhm, mhm.
The options are endless. Oh,
Yep. It's nice to help people reach their goals. And that's what I like about it is reaching their goals, or the look on their face when you can tell as soon as they walk into their new home. You can tell, before they do. Really.
yes,
You get that way. So
yes.
you pretty much said it. What do you like most about it? And I guess it's the people. I'm guessing. I'm
It's
guessing.
it's it's a big one, Pat. Without the people, we don't have our business.
No, that's true. You can't sell a house to nobody.
And
So,
maybe a
okay.
little more inventory. We could probably go for that right now.
Yeah, one day it'll be here and you'll be going, where are all the buyers? I have a house. No. Yes. Okay. So where are you from originally?
Mhm. Yes, so born and raised in Burnaby. So I'm a bit of a lower mainland transplant, and
Mhm,
my folks still have the childhood home near Central Park.
mhm.
And so went to good old Chaffee Burke, Burnaby South, played lots of sports. Um, gosh, love, loved growing up there, and amazing to see the changes. Gosh, I found a VHS, believe it or not, home video of Metrotown being built. I was like,
Wow.
whoa,
Wow. And I think they're trying to tear it down right now. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And
So,
so it's amazing. So
mhm,
amazing place to grow up. Everybody knew their neighbors,
mhm,
and you could travel all throughout BC, all that, and
mhm.
so that's where I grew up before coming this way.
Which I think is important for those people who are thinking of making the move to the island. If you have a realtor in your destination who has either lived or has a lot of awareness of where you're coming from, they can point out what maybe someone who grew up in Victoria doesn't know about Vancouver. You can point that out and say, this is similar here. This is what we have in comparison to Vancouver. And
Uh,
that's my next question is how is it a different place from Vancouver? What's so different about Victoria?
there's still free parking, Pat. It just, I just, I know, I shouldn't say it too loud, but you're absolutely right because growing up in the Lower Mainland, coming here, I am starting to see that shift to Vancouver. I always like to say Victoria is Vancouver 20 years ago. We're kind of, there's a lot of single family detached. Yes, we're starting to get a little bit more high density, not the same kind of high rises, but and there is still paid parking, but less
Yeah,
of
only in the high places that
that's
you know.
that's right. That's right. So I'd say pace. A big thing for me was pace. When I relocated, the, I laughed when I saw this bumper sticker and it said, "Slow down. This ain't the mainland." And I was like, "Whoa." And when I got acclimatized to Victoria life, life's a beach, everywhere there's water
Mhm,
and, not the same volume of traffic or
mhm, mhm,
more people,
mhm.
to be blunt. And you're like, whoa, it's like 12 minutes to get everywhere if you're near the main arteries.
That's a very good point. 2 years ago, 2 summers ago, because we didn't go anywhere last summer, we went back to Nanaimo, where I'm originally from, and for my aunt's memorial service. And my sister, she's a wee bit older than me, so she really remembers living in Nanaimo more so than I. And as you know, you got to plan, you got to go early in the morning, and your event might be in the afternoon. So we were sort of, revisiting the old haunts. And I looked at my watch at one point and I said to my sister, I think we should go. And she looked at me, she said, and you said 12 minutes. Well, in Nanaimo, everything's 5 minutes away. So that's completely foreign to someone from Vancouver, because you can be in North Vancouver and it can take you, depending on traffic, 20 minutes to get somewhere in a very small, you know, area. So that's something that it's a valid point to say that is good. The pace, and if someone is retiring, they want a slower pace for sure.
That's right.
And I think if Victoria is not the pace, then you can downgrade
Oh,
further out.
yes,
Further out.
exactly. I mean, if you looked at a 2-hour commute, you can get up to Parksville and Qualicum. So we're getting some nice distances up the island. And I remember coming in on that highway after work out in Surrey, and you're just crawling, just like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
2 hours to get to Burnaby sometimes.
Yeah, so you may as well be over there. Okay, so could you play some people haven't been over to Victoria much, so what are some fun activities to do there? What do they have that's a little bit
Oh,
different?
oh my gosh, where to begin? I mean, we have something for everybody. The outdoor enthusiasts, kids. Do you fish? Do you hunt? I mean, I look at us as we're like a mini cosmopolitan Vancouver as well. So while we've got that outdoor, we also have, I know
Culture.
COVID, but
Culture.
culture,
Mm-hmm.
theater, performing arts, symphonies, top-notch restaurants, Fisherman's Wharf. If you're a diver, we've got Ogden Point, we've got all these places. Tofino for your surfing and, storm watching. Do you
Mm-hmm.
want to see whale watching tours, historic walks? We've got an incredible history of
Mm-hmm.
architecture here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's actually one thing I was going to share with folks on YouTube, and that is walk the neighborhoods, learn the history of the homes that are
Mm-hmm.
preserved and all that. But beaches, I know I said life's a beach here, but there's so many. French
Yeah.
Beach, China Beach, Gonzales, Willows, like Cadboro Gyro Bay Park. Like, no matter where you go, you're going to find a beach. There's
Well,
trails, Thetis Lake, Elk Lake, that are very central, especially for the southern tip. So
mm-hmm.
you've got your 5, your 10K trails. You can hike up Mount Doug, Finlayson trails. Um, it's an array of activities. Wild play for all you, parents want to take your kids up into the trees, and I don't know. I still got to work on my upper core here, Pat, but maybe dangling. Of course you're attached, but we started the basic course with my daughter, which was a lot of fun. kind of.
Well, that's good. That's good. Well,
Uh,
all that you've shared makes me rethink. Maybe I will make the move one day.
well,
Um,
Bouchard Gardens,
mhm.
wineries.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, you
mean,
got it all. You got it
it's
all. And it's more affordable than Vancouver. A little
well,
bit. A
a
little
little
bit
bit.
more
I,
affordable.
I was I was going to say you could get a little bit more. That was the other thing that was a little bit different that I noticed is you could still get into a single family detached with some land.
Under a million.
Believe it or not, yes.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's true. So, is there anything else you'd like to share with us today?
Oh my gosh. Well, aside from having the pleasure of meeting with you, Pat, honestly, it's been the best transition for me and my family. You know, Renaissance education, lots of travel. Uh, my folks, we had a place just in case things didn't work out here on the military contract,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a great place to network, to have your kids grow up. It offers so much that I would have missed out on if I didn't take the leap.
Well, that's good.
So,
That's a very nice thing to share, and very inspiring. Very, very inspiring. I'm having trouble with the English language today. Anyway, yeah. So thank you for sharing your story. And as I say, anyone who's seriously considering making the leap, please reach out to me, and I'll connect you with Elysia. You'll love her. She's the best.
oh, thanks, darling, and same to you. It takes great trust to have in your realtor. So
Mhm, mhm.
I
That's true.
really appreciate that. That's made my day, hun.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so thank you very much. We'll talk to you soon.
You got it, darling. Cheers. Bye, guys.